YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montes, and you're watching my YouTube channel, The Teenage Movie Critic. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everybody. I'm so excited to have y'all back here together again. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another movie review for a new Disney Plus original movie. And this time, it's for a documentary about the man, the great late Stan Lee. That is a documentary celebrating 100 years of his life since he turned, if he was alive today, he would have been 100 years old today, well, last year, December 28th, 2022. With that said, let's go ahead and get started reviewing this documentary. And when it comes to a documentary like this, I feel like you kind of know what to expect, because obviously for most Marvel fans, obviously for movie fans that watch Stan Lee videos, but for people that know the comics, most people know when he was born, he was raised in New York in 1922 in Manhattan. He changed his name to Stanley Lieber, from Stanley Lieber to Stan Lee. He thought of the idea of Spider-Man by looking at a fly on a wall. It's the basic ideas of what Stan Lee's story really is, what made him such an amazing person. And this movie mostly covers that, but I think what makes it a little bit interesting to watch is, because at first I was thinking, are they using, because pretty much the only person that actually, really the only two people that actually talk throughout this whole movie, well, this whole documentary, is Stan Lee and his wife. And I believe some other people too, but people that are actually narrating the story are actually Stan Lee. Well, really it's Stan Lee himself. And I'm thinking, Stan Lee and the way he's talking about this doesn't sound like actually him. Are they using AI to do this? I'm like, if it is, then it sounds like a really good version of Stan Lee. But it just does not. I'm like, this can't be right. But in the way they visualized it and doing these little statues of New York and showing what actually happened during those creations, I'm like, that's actually pretty cool. And then, showing clips of all of the Stan Lee and using those clips to do it. Well, I kind of have some problems with that, but it was kind of nice to see some other footage of Stan Lee and to kind of just dive a little bit deeper into his backstory and say things that we mostly know that he says things in a different way. When he's explaining the story of when he did Fantastic Four and Spider-Man and X-Men, he dived a little bit deeper into that, and I was kind of interested and intrigued by that. So I really liked that about the film. Now let's kind of move on to the bad. Now, I feel like when it comes to the bad on this one, I feel like first off, I'm not the biggest fan. If they actually did use part of his voice for AI, I would have hated that. I just don't think that's smart. I feel like you could have done something like the movie Howard, where you have someone narrating the movie of people that are still alive and narrate his story. But what better way to tell the story of Stan Lee than Stan Lee himself? And I think the other part is that we're so used to hearing the stories that he tells of how he made characters so much that when he says it in a different way, it just feels like you're trying to say the same thing except in a new way. I understand what you're trying to do, but that's not really interesting when you're doing a documentary about Stan Lee. I think besides that, that's pretty much everything I have issues with. That's everything I really liked about the movie and everything I hated about the movie. Overall, it was a good movie. If you want to watch just a full documentary of what Stan Lee did, this is the one for you. But if you just want to watch separate stories, there's videos on YouTube you can just check out. I'll still recommend it because it is an inspiring story, because you love Stan Lee, his love and the way he created these characters, so I love it. So that's my review for Stan Lee documentary. Before I give my final score, be sure to comment down below what are your thoughts on Stan Lee documentary. Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? What are you between? Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section below. With that said, let's get all my scores. Alright, so that's it for my scores. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All my social media stuff is in the About section over there. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.